7. What's the first thing you think of when you hear the name Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? The Steelers, or maybe Iron City beer? But in the past 15 years, the city has cultivated a new hallmark. It's the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, a fantastic array of classic cars and historic racing. And we at Motor Week are fortunate enough to have an insider at the event. FYI reporter Jennifer Kaznabis was born and raised in the Steel City. So when it comes to vintage racing in Pittsburgh, PA, she has the inside track.
Since the olden days, Pittsburgh has seen some drastic changes, but one of the things that hasn't changed is the city's ability to maintain tradition. The Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix is one of the city's most prized occasions, and with Mercedes-Benz being featured in their 15th anniversary celebration, organizers say they promise this year will be one of the best.
That's why I decided to come back to my hometown to really experience this event, an event which I can remember started, well, I don't want to give away my age, but let's just say it started when I was a bit younger. Mercedes-Benz hooked me up with a 1971 280 SL convertible to take me to the Vintage Grand Prix. There's nothing like arriving in style. Our first stop was the Mercedes tent.
Well, there's a lot of exciting cars here. I mean, there's 10 300 SLs in a row parked right behind you. But inside here, we have some wonderful cars. We have a 1938 540K, which is one of the most really famous of the great Mercedes of the old days. Celebrities and famous people and politicians would drive in them, really glamorous car. The Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix is all about passion for automobiles. It's all people who love cars, love racing, want to come out here, and they take their old cars out and they shine them up and polish them up, and they come out and see their friends. They come out and have a picnic, have a nice day.
But what really draws the people in is the overwhelming array of vintage cars, and most of these cars have a story behind them.
The car was purchased about 28 years ago. I saw an ad in Road and Track magazine. I got excited just by this view. It was a picture of this side, and I called the gentleman up, and I drove up there, and I was the first one there, and I bought the car. And he called me back about 3 months later. He said, "Mr. Rice, I didn't know what I had." I said, "Believe me, I don't know what I bought."
Well, he bought a one-of-a-kind Mercedes, of which only 98 were made. But Harvey Rice's car is not the only car that stands out.
This is the oldest car here. It's a 1905 American Mercedes, originally built by the Steinway Piano Company and fully restored in 1986.
After Mercedes, it was on to the rest of the concours. The event is pretty well spread out, and everywhere you go you see traditional cars and some that are not so traditional. Everything from aluminum cars to Porsches were unleashed for the two-day event. And of course you can't forget the racing. This is a street race and there are several of them. It's a 2.33-mile course, and each race can last anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes, including the warm-up lap. It can get intense for both drivers and spectators. This event may never have happened without this man. Alan Patterson is co-founder of the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix.
It's one of the best races in the United States. It is for sure the best street race in the United States. And it's also something else very interesting. It's the only free race in the United States. That's kind of nice. So everybody who lives in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area can come to this event and enjoy themselves without spending a dime if they don't want to. Pittsburgh's a great city, and it has a lot of wonderful people who are car nuts, one of which is me. And when you put a race together and a car show like we have here, people come from far and near. We had a fellow fly in from San Diego last night just to be part of this. We've had people coming from Canada. We have people coming from Florida. We get people from all over the country, actually, because it's got such a great reputation as being a wonderful race.
There's really no event that I've been to in the country that gets so much support from the people of one town. Obviously, Pittsburgh's a town of car lovers.